Welcome builders, andyisyoda here. This is the part of the video where we're going to go on a big tour. Big shout out to my main assistant in this project, Alfarino. Hey, before we go on the tour, if you'd like to download this world as a survival world, you get Kajar City in it, you get this jungle temple transformation, you get the Pillager Tower you just saw, and this massive library. You can download it in Java Edition and Windows 10 Edition by becoming a YouTube channel member or becoming one of my Patreons on patreon.com/andyisyoda. Just before we go on the tour, shout out to Sonny, JJ, Alfarino, he's right here, Dragonskin and Ed Chinyosh. Thank you so much to all the patrons who helped to build this. Let's have a look. Now we've got these little bridges. Do you like our bridges? Kind of cool. Took ages to get this curve right. We've got little chains underneath and everything. So we've got this big bridge. We've got our banner, our pillager banner. We've got our totem of undying, and shout out to Uki. We're using his amazing statues again. Should definitely do a tutorial of those statues. Up top we have got our crossbows, beacons, catapults, and a little spot on top which can catch rainwater, and that is kind of important because the rainwater would fall right down and be caught in this big vessel here. So more about what that is for in a few seconds. But yeah, if you cross the bridge, sorry, Alfred was trying to keep up with me. If you cross the bridge, you get into the main part of the villager tower, and as you can see, we've got big walkways here that run all the way around, easily able to defend. You could fire arrows down here at any invaders if you were defending Pillager. We also have a big crane here, which actually is able to put goods up and down pretty much the entire build as well. We have a little Ravager paddock. They seem to have all run away right now. Let's put some Ravagers back into here. There's supposed to be some Ravagers in there as well. It's supposed to be Pillagers running about, but every time I spawn Pillagers, they disappear. We also have this built by JJ and Ed. Thank you so much. This is supposed to have a Ravager in it as well. This is like... You don't seem very happy. This is like a hamster wheel, right? The hamster wheel goes round and round because the Ravager gets forced to walk. It gets wound round here, and that means that the crane can move goods up and down. Isn't that cool? What a great invention. So we've got our water vat. So where does that lead? Let's go down here to our first level. So this is a level all about smelting iron ore. So we've got these large blast furnaces spewing out some iron. We used lava and honey and honeycomb block, and eventually it cools into iron blocks. But this is it. This is where the water comes down here. This is kind of a genius system. You can press this lever right here and it lets the water flow down. Imagine it turning this paddle wheel, powering the bellows to force air into the blast furnace, and the blast furnace gets fed through a hopper up here with coal, and I guess you'd have some lime, but you'd also have lots of iron ore as well. Here's the big stores of it down here. So once you've done all that, the water, once it's turned the paddle wheel, comes along here and flows down into here. So we'll catch that where it flows in the level below. But we have an armory over here, plenty of space to store all your goods, all your swords, and Alfarino there just kitting himself up with all his swords. And then over here we have yeah, that's it for this level. So let's carry on down. So you can see the crane level keeps on going down through the entire build. You could have goods transporting. Now this is the accommodation level. This is where you could actually be a pillager and you get your own little house. Now I did notice that there are some lanterns missing. Oh, lanterns missing. It's supposed to be there and there, but yeah, this is your accommodation. So you would actually have a little place here where you could sleep as a pillager, and a little desk to work at, and then your friend could have one as well. And then through here, the rough tough pillagers can have some nice flowers, and you've got these columns and seats, and you can kind of enjoy the view as well. Ooh, bit of a space over there, but it just needs to be filled in. We also have some kind of bathrooms at the side, but the bathrooms are, yeah, a little bit of a work in progress. We did have the bathrooms all perfectly done, but we need to redo the bathrooms because we redid this corner. So the bathrooms are going to be put back in kind of off camera. So a little bit to repair in the corners, but this is the accommodation. So we've got accommodation on that side that side. You've even got ones up here as well, more accommodation, and you've got ones down in the corner as well, where you could actually have maybe a kind of a bigger room as well. Very, very cool indeed. But over here, somewhere for the pillagers to wash. So we've got plenty of wood getting burned. Might put some sort of surround, like we might do something like that around the wood as well to contain it. But up here, this is heating this water, and this is where the water came from. Remember the water we had from upstairs? If I make a little hole here, remember the water that came down here? It actually comes through and it flows down into this collection here, which gets warmed up from below, and then the water comes along these pipes and pumped into our hot baths. So we could have jump in. It's a bit scared. It doesn't like water. There we go. Pumped in there, and we've got water heating up for a nice warm bath. And after you've done that, you can jump in the cold bath here and just get rid of all your dead skin cells and so on. And if you like, you can have a little view as well of the surrounding countryside. Pretty cool. The accommodation level, what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. So below the accommodation level, we have the dining room, somewhere you could come and get fed as a pillager as well. We've got some little windows as well, creeping into the side of our building, a little bit of light in as well. We have an aquarium to store all our fish that we might want to eat. And then over here we have some pretty cool furnaces, places to bake cakes. We have some big ovens as well. We used to have pipes coming out the end of this. We used to have pipes with smoke coming out, but I think they actually got destroyed, so we need to put them back in as well. And we also have a smoking room where we can smoke fish and meat and kind of preserve it as well. So we have accommodation upstairs, we have a place to eat, and we also have a food store across here as well. And this is where you would keep some live fish, store your honey, your barrels, more fish, salted fish maybe, some wood for cooking, got dried kelp, mushrooms, berries. The imagination ran riot in this place. I think we've even got a cold room across here as well, and we used to have a drain in the side of the cold room where we would drain some water out, but I think that got destroyed as well in the build process. Complicated build, this one. Really, really complicated build, but there we go. And then we can carry on down the way. And we have a library. Is that a squirrel? Why is there a squirrel? It's a squirrel asleep in our library. And we've got a library, enchantment area. The pillagers also have this amazing potion room as well. This is where all the potions would be brewed and mixed up as well. So we've got these huge cauldrons made of netherite, and kind of a brewing station right here, and a cat, and nether wart and ingredients like twisted vines and weeping vines and mushrooms and all sorts. And a squirrel, cool. And a big vat of water as well. Cool. And we have these weird things as well, surrounded by barrier blocks and a parrot, apparently. This is the map room over here, kind of cool as well. You can kind of come onto these things here, which you can move up and down, and you can study the map and have a look at everything that's been built in the Pillager Tower. So we've got a map room, a little workshop over here where the cartographers would work as well, and then over here is a workshop where everything would be repaired and fixed and mended, or even just built. This person's building doors, this person is building some scaffolding as well. We've got somebody over here building some spruce doors as well. So we've got a cool workshop. And then traveling further down into our build, we've got the vault, and this is where all the good, all the raids that those pillagers go on, well, they've got to store their loot somewhere, so have a look at all the goodies in there. Absolutely amazing, dragon heads and everything. So we've got the loot level, and below the loot level we have the level you'd probably not want to be brought as a villager. This is the prison level. So would you like to be chucked into this prison? It's kind of a miserable prison. There's absolutely nothing in here apart from a bed, somewhere to poop, and do you know what we could do? Do you know what we could do? We have a pit of doom down there with some water, somewhere to maybe warm up if you're a little bit cold, somewhere to get stretched if you needed to get stretch, get those We have something here as well. I can't remember what. This is somewhere where you put the villager in there and then you can drop them down, I think. Let's see if we can do that actually. In fact, Alfarino, do you want to go in there? In fact, if I go in there, maybe he can press the button. Don't know where he's gone. There we go. Oh no. That's the last thing you want to happen. Get dropped down with the zombies. So we've got a little zombie trap there. We used to have a Ravager in there, but it's despawned. And there. So what do you think of our tickle room? We used to have lava down there as well. What happened to our lava? Slash drain 10. We used to have lava bucket. I think this got turned into water when I changed some other lava into water above. So there we go. If you're bad, you get thrown down there. What else do we have? This is a little cage that gets lowered down into that. I'll make that into lava as well. Little dining room up here as well, maybe for the best prisoners or for the guards. Maybe it's for the guards. That makes a bit more sense. But there we go. That is the entire place from top to bottom. Big shout out to Alfarino, one of the builders on this, one of the main builder on this as well. So let's go /top and have one last look round. Remember, you can. Oh, what happened to the hole we had in here? It was supposed to be a hole. There we go. Put the hole back, and that hole lets water drain down into this pool here. And of course, you see how that goes down into our water-powered system below. What do you think of our Pillager Tower? Let me know in the comments below. Do check out Patreon. You can download all my kingdoms, all my upgrades, and you get this amazing map as well with, again, Kajar City, this Pillager Tower, the Jungle Temple, and the massive library. And it could be yours to find and explore on your own survival map. Thank you so much for watching. Take care for now. Ciao, ciao, and the blocks be with you.